We are on. Welcome.
We are
Welcome.
Hi. Ooh, that
live.
is really loud. Hi, everybody. Hold on, let me turn myself down a little bit. We are the Nat 30s, and this is Wicked Independent Prestige Incorporated live play D&D. We are streaming here on the compound, our new home. And yeah, we have some announcements. I can hear myself on that mic. It's gonna be super.
Adjusted it since last time, and last time you were perfectly fine.
No,
Right?
I wasn't. I could hear myself still. I just didn't want to keep
How's
saying it.
this? Is that better
Um,
or worse?
for now, it's fine. Okay, so announcements. We have our Patreon. Those of you who are new or are returning folks, our tiers start at $1 and they go up to $10. You get a bunch of fun gifts like nope, I'm still there. Stickers and you can mute yourself while I'm talking too. But
I
I
guess
get
I'll mute myself and no one can hear anything I say.
Quiet you.
um anyway, so we have our Patreon and yeah, that completely threw me off. We have our monthly giveaway. You can do the announcements. How about you do the announcements because all I can do here is myself in the background.
Myself. Or do I have to mute it? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, you didn't mute. Okay, just go. Just you do the announcements. Can't hear you now. All right. So I guess I will do them. So we have our our monthly giveaway, which is a lovely set of dice from our wonderful friends at Almost Critical. You can enter the monthly giveaway in 3 ways, using your channel points, by becoming a patron at any tier, or by joining in our Discord and engaging in chat and leveling up through chatting. At the beginning of each month, we give away dice that have been created by Almost Critical. Actually, I was told that they have a really, really great idea for March, but our February dice are these gorgeous ones called Bleeding Hearts, which was named by, I almost called you Arc Fire Song, but that's not you today.
Not today.
Um, and let me just throw this in the chat. Did that work? No, it did not. Um,
No.
hold on. Link. Oh, it did after the fact. Our Discord link is in our link tree. Um, yes, so Almost Critical. Ooh, we have some February dice that are themed like Valentine's Day. They are very, very awesome. And I can't wait for you to see them inked. She's finishing them up and will be sending them to me because I have all of the dice sent to me so that I can touch them and feel them in my own hand before I send them to you. So all of them have been touched by me. Just a little heads up there. I wash my hands.
You're just
Um,
imbuing them with the good juju, the good
like
karma for the rolls.
sometimes they're touched by the whole group because I bring them to the next session.
That's fair.
Um,
Were
let's
mine touched
see.
by everybody?
Yeah, multiple times. Multiple times.
I
Yeah.
got group blessings.
We also are sponsored by our lovely friends over at BD&D. They have been sponsoring us since January of 2021, and I'm going to open up that giveaway. Basically, we open up the giveaway. Anybody who is out there in the chat, type exclamation point ticket to be entered into the giveaway, and we choose a winner at the end of the session, which will be in about an hour and 15 minutes or so. You get to choose your very own item from the BD&D store. Hopefully I put this, okay, good. Some of, we transitioned over and some of the things I remembered to do and some things I did not. So if you click on their shop, you should be able to check out some of the stuff that they have. If not, then just let me know and I will show you some pictures of their things. I think they're doing like a website update. And I think, yeah, we've got Garaxis who's wearing a BD&D t-shirt, if you
They're so comfortable.
they are. Am I wearing one?
So soft.
Oh, I am too. Wearing a
Which one?
BD&D, the
Nice,
big
there we
dragon
go.
one.
Nice.
So first time you win, you get a t-shirt. Second time you win, you get a mug club mug. And with one of those, you get to enter into our monthly mug club giveaway, which I did choose 2 winners for today. It's just been a very insane day at work, and so I'm hoping tomorrow, after my really stressful meetings in the morning, I will be able to openly announce who the winners were. But we chose 2 winners for last month, and they will be getting some really, really fun things to put in their mugs. Let's see. What else? Merch.
Oh, I can talk now?
Yes, because I'm not
Okay.
talking.
You're allowed.
Merch. We have a T Public, and buy stuff when it's on sale. There will be a sale next Wednesday to Sunday. I don't know why it doesn't go to the end of the month for some reason. But anyways, yeah, there are cool designs on there, and then we have an Etsy shop where we sell most of those T-shirt designs in sticker form for I think cheaper than T Public makes stickers. Definitely better quality because we get them separately printed and they're really good quality stickers. So check that out, the T Public and the Etsy.
And
These are
confirm on the stickers.
they're nice stickers. Do we have a link thing to that? Oh, we have a link tree, right?
Yeah, I put the link tree in the chat.
Okay, yeah. Follow that. Follow that to find things. Like I said, wait until there's sales on the T Public. And then patrons have a special discount code that they can use, and I think it's good till June, sometime in June, I believe, end June.
Yeah, I have a feeling that there are bigger discounts after that. So yeah, just kind of consistently going into the holidays after the first half of the year. So yes, patrons, you get special code for both the T Public and the Etsy. So just throwing that out there. All right, I think maybe we're good. Did I forget anything? I probably did. I didn't have it written down, so that's it's gonna happen. All
I
right.
think so.
All right, I'll transition into our little intro, which only takes a minute, and then we'll be back and play.
Okay, we're back. All right. After reaching the great city of Waterdeep, the group of brave adventurers headed to the dock ward to secure passage south to Baldur's Gate. Unfortunately, with winter setting in, most ships are not willing to make such a journey south. After getting information from the harbor master, who everyone collectively agreed apparently was not qualified for his job, uh, he did know of one ship that was departing for Baldur's Gate. Um, and told the party where to go to possibly find members of this crew. Where the party then headed to the Blue Mermaid, a small, clean, and quiet tavern that the crew frequents when they are in port. After talking to the thick um, tiefling barmaid, you sat around, hung out for a few hours, had some drinks, where you finally did meet the first mate and sister of the captain, Kamina Jakande. After agreeing to a price and terms were set, you guys were told to meet at Dock 94 at 8 a.m. the next morning. With the hard work out of the way, Whippy decided to go shop for provisions, then treat themselves to a really nice dinner, possibly the last good one for a while. The next morning, you arrived at the dock bright and early. You met the captain, Hassin Jakande, and after a quick conversation, you boarded the ship you were introduced to the officers, and the ship set sail out of Waterdeep Harbor with the crisp winter morning air and the sunshine beating down upon you. So we pick up mid-morning on your second day. Oh, no, that's... Oh, go ahead. Yeah, so the first day of the voyage goes by with ease. Though sailing into the wind, the ship still makes pretty decent speed. So you guys spend the first day just getting used to life at sea, the movement of the ship, and I don't know if any of you decided that your character gets seasick or not. You know, this would be probably the worst part, right away as you're adjusting. So yeah, you get used to just feeling the ship rocking and moving and getting to know some of the crew members. There's not a whole lot for you guys to do on that first day. For the most part, you just kind of stay out of the way while the crew works. The crew is in high spirits. The morale is high. Later on, you are invited to dinner with the captain and some of the officers. So this first night, you guys were told to head over to the... It's not his cabin. I don't remember the name of the room, but it's like... I guess you could call it... It's like the officer's room. It's before the captain's cabin, and that's where the dinner will be held. And that's where you guys are now. You're sitting at the table with the captain, Kamina, Lice, I don't know how to say this, Lisa, I'm gonna call her Lisa, who was,
You mean the first mate?
Nope, she was the quartermaster.
Oh.
And, Holiday and White Powder are the other officers at this, table here. Enter just a quick reminder because I bombarded you with who these people were. Holiday is the ship's surgeon, who is a human male in his 40s. White Powder is a Goliath, and he's the ship's master gunner. And Lysa is a female aquatic elf.
Okay.
Right. So you guys are sitting at the captain's table, and he just greets you. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Ariel has prepared a great meal for the officers. Roasted chicken, cuts of pork loin, some baked bread, potatoes, some vegetables. And I believe we have some fine wine that we will all share tonight. This first meal of the is always a very important meal. Usually it is one of the best meals, as you know, the fresh ingredients spoil as until we are provisioned again. So, as guests, you're welcome. You're welcome at this table. Please, have some wine.
You.
Yes, thank you.
Correct. Many thanks.
This all looks really good.
Yes, Bariel is quite the chef. Yes, my brother, we are very lucky that we found him. Their voices are going to sound the same for a while, I'm sorry. The elf just nods, she doesn't really say anything. Holiday just kind of grunts. Picture him as a like a Bones McCoy type of character. He's an older guy, and he's just kind of like gruffy and gruffy. And White Powder is just shoving the bread rolls in his face. He's like, yeah, I love the first day.
Instead of talking, Grax is just gonna also shove his face full of food, like he usually does. Just
You know, I am really impressed, Captain, at how you are able to keep yourself so, like neutrally calm, even when you are expressing excitement. That is quite the skill, and yeah, I think some of us could probably do with learning a little something from you about that. Like, you show almost no emotion, even though you were telling us that it was a really great meal. That's just very impressive.
Thank you. It comes from a
Thank you
a
for the
long, hard life of learning to keep your cool.
And with a mouthful of food, Graxus is gonna say, and you seem really well staffed too. And she's gonna like elbow Uma.
very key.
We are particular about who serves on this vessel. You must trust the person that is next to you when you are out at sea. Your life depends on it.
That's
We
true.
have found an eclectic group here, and they are good and trustworthy.
Kind of like us.
I like how everyone's different. That's like us.
Mm-hmm.
Diversity allows for better team collaborations, I think, because you have different levels of perspectives. Some are way down here, like me, and some, like your big friend there, they're way up tall. And then you got everybody in the middle. That's real smart.
So smart.
White Powder goes, "Ugh, ain't any of you ever been on a boat before?"
No.
Not like out to sea on a boat, but close to shore. I have.
From the desert, there's no boats there.
Well, I ain't ever been to no deserts. Just the mountains and the sea for me. He looks off, just all proud of himself. And then you see Holiday just go, and all the wounds that patch up on you, you big dumb brute. That duck, he's funny. He's way funnier than he looks. I mean, he's funny looking, but he's got a good sense of humor.
Well, that's key on the
Imagine you
sea.
had.
Yeah. High five, Elsa. Thinking the same thing.
Graxus is gonna move out of the way when that happens. It's their little arms.
Any of you got any medical experience? Anybody work? Can be a nurse in a pinch.
I
Not
think.
yet.
I mean, I can. Yeah. In a pinch.
Can a little.
What's your background? What's your training?
Elsa? Or this one?
Well, come farming background, and I have some druidic training, cause it just came up natural, like, so, I mean, I could do like a little bit of healing type stuff, just little stuff, but don't ask me to try to resurrect anyone. I don't do that kind of stuff.
How's your stomach? Can you saw off a man's leg if you need to?
Probably.
Good enough.
You're gonna hear Graxus's stomach growl very loudly when you say that.
Sound of a man's leg.
His stomach is.
Yeah, and I
When
can.
your stomach goes off, White Powder looks down at his stomach because he thinks it's his.
Nice.
I have some training. I get my powers of healing from Tempest. Actually, my devotion to the god of war and battles, when needed, he imbues me with some strength to keep going, and I can pass that along to some others sometimes.
He just kind of looks and gives a grumpy, approving nod, but doesn't go into it anymore.
In the desert, you learn how to take care of yourself and others. I know some things, some spells. I can heal if need be.
Oh, you have booked this vessel as passage, and you are guests. I do not expect you to be scrubbing decks or anything too strenuous. That is what the crew is for. But when and where you can pitch in, it would be appreciated. And if we encounter trouble or get into a bind, if you are capable, then I would ask that you help defend this ship and this crew, if possible.
Of course. I mean, the ship definitely. That's in everyone's best interest. But the crew, you guys are really nice, and like I said, different, like us. So, I'll always want to help. And I'm really strong, even though I'm tiny.
It's
I
true.
don't become encumbered very easily. I won the strength contest multiple years in a row. No one
Don't let
can
her
hold as many beers as me.
Don't let her small size fool you. She speaks the truth.
Yep.
Very good, very good. I am very happy to hear this. And then after a little bit of eating, the aquatic elf just looks to all of you, but no one in particular, and just says, "And what business, may I ask, do you have in Baldur's Gate? To head there in such rough haste?"
Oh. Yeah. Don't want to give it up. Oh.
Wanna give it up? Don't
The
wanna
captain
let
says,
her down.
"Lysa, there is no need to pry into the affairs of our guests. Their affairs, as long as they do not interfere with the safety of this ship, are theirs. It is simply a question, Captain. Simple conversation."
Just looking for work. As you can tell, we're a eclectic group, much like yourselves. And this is what we do. We travel from place to place, picking up jobs where we can. We even have a name.
That
Looks-
we
he looks-
do. Just gonna look at Varo. Sees the first one.
Wicked. Independent.
Prestige.
Incorporated.
Now, since we're inside, he's really gonna tone down the sparkles. Just like 2 or 3. Just like
Yes,
2
no
or 3.
sparkles.
Just 2 or 3. Just pew pew pew. That's it. Just little static like pops.
Roll a persuasion check. See if she believes that you're just simply going for work.
We're not.
No.
We're not.
Just
We're not telling the truth, though, right?
Oh. I mean, he's persuading her that you're just looking for work. Fine.
Okay.
come on, why aren't you working? That's a 13.
All right.
You said you did.
She
You said
looks at
persuasion.
you.
You said persuasion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 13.
She looks on you and you can't read her face. Like, she's a very stoic woman. She's also very tall. Not quite Garry tall, but she's like 6'2". Not that you... And you did notice, but you're all sitting right now. But yeah, it's just... Her facial expression doesn't change, especially after the weird little show and poses that everybody did, and just kind of looks at you. And then...
I don't think Garaxis would change either, mostly because he's a draconic reptilian, so he doesn't really have expressions like most people. He's just trying to get a handle on smiling. Never mind all the other expressions. Ow! Fuck, that hurt. Sweat my knee. Oh, sorry.
Garry says as he's
I
bites the
just-
fork.
Oh, my knee. Sorry.
Did you guys have anything in particular that you wanted to ask the captain, first mate, quartermaster, surgeon, or gun master while you have them here for this dinner? And you do obviously notice that this is not all of the officers, and obviously others are on duty, so they can't attend. But you're assured that they will get this same meal, and also you're told that the crew is not down below is not eating gruel or anything. They're also getting like it's not as fine of a meal, and they're not getting the wine, but they're getting like a good batch of roast chickens.
Nice.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. What's the quartermaster's name again?
Lysa.
Lysa. Lysa, I never been on a big ship. Or any ship or boat, really. What's your job do? You have master in your name, so you must be the master of something. Like, you must be really good at your job, right?
Hopefully better than the harbor master.
It's a low bar, really. I mean, as long as the quartermaster knows what their job is, that's a... I couldn't imagine this captain having a quartermaster who has no idea what it is that a quartermaster is supposed to do.
Oh, the captain most certainly does know what a quartermaster does. He has
Of
a
course.
vast memory. He calls it Google. And she looks at you and she goes, I like to think I am quite proficient in my job. It is simply making sure that equipment, materials, everything functions and people, crew members, function as necessary. Dole out punishments when necessary.
That must
gonna
be the
have to start
toughest part of
calling-
your job.
I'm gonna call Uma the quartermaster of Whippy from now on.
Hey!
That sounds like a good title for you, Uma. I like it. So then, Lysa, would you be telling people when things need to get moved up and down the stairs? Because I can help with that. I don't want to be bored. And also, I was wondering what you guys do for desalinization, because I can help with that too.
Well, yes, I'm sure I can find things to keep you occupied. As for desalinization, we keep a good supply of fresh water down below. And when that is out, we do have a supply of ale to keep us going.
Okay.
How would you be able to help us?
Well, I can purify food and water. That's good. So if it gets bad, and then I think I remember how to make water. Like capturing it from the atmosphere? But I have to think about that for a second.
That is
That
an
would be good.
incredibly useful skill for being out on the ocean. I'm so glad that you've joined our team.
I am too. I can't wait to learn how to do sailing things. Oh,
A useful skill for terrestrial beings, yes.
would it, who would I learn how to tie knots from?
Oh,
Somewhere in a different part of the world, Arik is like, me. I will teach you how to I will teach you how to tie all the knots. And it's also called the officer's mess.
Did
Alright,
somebody
sorry.
say nuts? Did I hear nuts?
Somewhere in the universe.
Sorry.
Oh yes.
Micaiah,
There
did you
are
just ask
plenty here.
how to tie this knot?
Yip Yak, being the bosun, is surprisingly skilled. Probably the most skilled amongst us when it comes to knots. I mean, that is why he holds that position.
I think he is so adorable. Why isn't he
He's a
eating
pretty
with
cute
us?
one, I have to say, that little Yip Yak. I wish I knew what the bloody hell he was saying.
You,
I can't wait.
what language does he speak?
Yip Yak?
Yeah, he speaks Yip Yap.
Yip Yak, yeah.
Oh, I mean, Lysa, what language does he speak?
Oh, he speaks Yip Yak.
Okay, I didn't know if maybe there was like a miscommunication going on, but now it seems it's all me.
It is the language of the Cobalt.
Sounds like
Oh,
Draconic to
so
me.
we understand. It actually sounds like a mix of to kind of think of like a hyena. It's like a little yips and barks with growls mixed into it.
Oh, so he doesn't speak Draconic.
If he does, he has not shared that with anybody.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason Cobalt spoke Draconic, so I thought that's what was going on. I'm sorry.
I think it depends on the Cobalt. Like some can, or at the very least, I think they can understand it.
Yeah, it's all good.
But you don't understand Yip Yak.
Yeah. It's his name and the name of a language. And his tribe.
Yip Yak, speaking Yip Yak from the Yip Yak tribe.
From the land of Yip-Yak. Yip-Yak, son of Yip-Yak.
The dinner goes on. Small chat. Is there anything specific or anything else specific that you guys wanted to ask anybody or?
Graxus would turn to the captain and say, "Please, Captain, we've never been on the ocean like this before, and but we've all heard stories and tales and all that. Do you have any favorite story of yours of any experience that's happened out here on the ocean on the waves? That's happened to you and your crew?"
I've grown up on the sea. I have seen things of beauty and things of great terribleness. I do not have a favorite, but life at sea is just rewarding. That's the best I can say. Is just the beauty of the sea and the freedom. The days are now cold, but there's still that spray of water in the air when you stand on the bow of the ship. It makes you feel alive.
The sunrises and the sunsets remind me of home. The desert dunes and the waves of the ocean aren't all that different.
There were deserts near our homeland. I did not venture there, but I was told stories. Pretty much like the sea, but dry, obviously.
Indeed.
The opposite of the sea, yet still connected and related.
Definitely
Yes.
makes you sweaty, so you kind of get wet a little bit, right?
Till it's too dry hot. And then your sweat doesn't even stick.
I've never been to the desert, so maybe
It's a
one
dry-
day. That's
it's a
maybe
dry
where we
heat.
go next. Yeah, let's go there next. After this.
Anyway, let's book a flight to the desert. So towards the end of the meal, he stands up and he raises a glass full of wine. He goes, "It is customary for the first meal to toast to the voyage." And he goes, "Good luck and safe travels."
To luck.
Good luck.
And safe
To luck.
travels.
Safe travels.
Is anything anyone here would like to add to the toast, or a blessing from their gods? You are more than welcome.
To Tempest, for honor
Can't hear you.
and glory.
Mm.
Oh. You can't hear me?
Glory, but yeah, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, to Tempest for honor and glory.
To Tempest.
Tempest.
Best.
No, yeah, close enough.
Uh,
He'll get it.
Holiday goes
uh,
to rum. And he pours a little rum in the wine.
I slide my cup over.
It gives you the
Rum.
side eye and just gives you
Rum.
a little bit.
Thank you. It's a rum and lots of it.
White powder goes to powder. And Tempest, you say? I think I've heard of that one. I like that guy.
Best.
Tempest and to
It's-
powder.
Yeah, it's Tempest with a US at the end, but I mean we're on the sea, so Tempest. I can see how that. Yeah. To Tempest.
That would be
And
towers.
and that concludes the first night. You guys go to your hammocks down below with the rest of the enlisted crew with full bellies, the smell of chicken in the air, and as you drift off to sleep, you just notice Yip Yak like walking by with just like bundles of rope and just still giving you all the side eye as he goes about his nightly business.
Night,
Uh,
yik yak. Meh.
So you very confused. Like his snarl just goes like his eyes like, goes down and his eyes go wide, and he's just like, and then he very quickly rushes off in the direction he was already going.
Hope I didn't insult him. Or tell him that his mother was a bullywug or something.
There's always that risk when you dabble in languages you don't know.
Yep. I tried to talk to him in Druidic, but a lot of people don't understand tree.
That one's
Day
gonna make-
two.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one's gonna make her actions feel like tree.
Tree. Like we just dealt with trees.
Exactly.
Pollen, pollen, pollen. Pollen, pollen. Leaf, leaf. Pollen, pollen.
You know, I really hope there's actually someone on the other side of that wall who's like hearing this as like they hear you going tap pollen leaf tree.
Yeah, my neighbors are actually on the wall that I'm speaking towards. So,
Oh, so
they might be.
they're getting all the fun.
Yes, that's awesome.
All right, it's day two, so it's about mid morning on the second day here, and you guys are all on deck again. Just like the previous day, it's winter. It's cold. It's not freezing, but the sun being out on deck just makes it feel a little warmer than it is. And you guys just see this huge flock of long-winged black and white seabirds. They just you see them originally on the horizon. You thought it was like a cloud, like a dark colored cloud, but then it just does that thing that birds do and suddenly just move in formation, and some spread out and then come back in, and they start flying over the ship and past the ship, and then most of the flocks just starts flying in a circle around the ship, and and you see like the crew all looking around, and some of them like going, oh. And then like you see a few worried faces, and as the birds circle, several of them just start landing, like just on the rigging and on some of the railings near you, and you hear somebody go, oh, it's like, oh, you hear whispers of like, it's like, oh no, the Talos. And Uma, you can make me let's see, a religion check.
That's a
Well,
nat 20 for a 24.
Nice. Ooh.
Right. So yeah,
Nice. There you go.
you hear the whispers of the crew as they're like, some of the there's two like cabin boys, for lack of a better word. There's like two young teenage looking boys scrubbing the deck, and they look worried, but other crew members don't look as worried. Some of them are looking at them like not really bothered. Other people you see just shaking their heads, but you hear some people like whispering. You hear the Talos and you hear Storm King, and being well versed in the gods, not just your particular god, you know that they are referring to Talos, the god of storms, who also goes by the Storm King, and you have heard that these you've heard stories or maybe read in books that like flocks of seabirds like this are associated with Talos. So as you on the deck, so several of them land, and Garry, several land near you, like half a dozen or so land near you, and they just are staring at you. And then a couple more just kind of like flap down and like land on the deck, and they just kind of doing that bird neck thing, but they are all staring at you.
Graxus will, confused, looking around, he'll put a hand out and see if one will. How big are they? Like seagull sized?
Yeah, like large seagulls type of bird.
He'll put his hand out as if like to see if one will jump into his hand.
Doesn't even look at your hand. Like they're looking at you. Like they're looking at you straight in the eyes. They're like, you have the feeling they're like looking into your soul. And one of the crew member on deck who's like near you goes, well, they's a waiting for you. Show the Storm King some respect.
Graxus is very lost.
Garry, I think
And
they want to see some lightning.
Don't do that.
Yeah, out into the water?
whatever was just said, I just lost it between both of you. Cuba, what'd you say?
The crew member that said don't, he said don't do that. When Uma said like show them some lightning.
Graxus is gonna turn to Uma and say, "Are you sure that's a good idea? You're on this ship."
I mean, if you do it out into the water, like not, onto the boat. I don't know. I would Uma know what the Storm King would like with the natural 20? From reading, like not necessarily from doing or seeing, but just from studying different gods.
I think what the Storm King wants is probably something mostly just sailors would know. So unless, like, that these birds represent him, and like he sometimes like his will can be manifested through them. But what they want in particular, it varies. And you know that Talos he's like essentially a petty, cruel child of a god. He's not a overly nice god. So like they could mean they want one thing from somebody, and they appear to someone else and want something completely different. But up from above you, you hear Sweetboot, the Tabaxi second mate, call down, and she says, "You're honored, Dragonborn." And she's like, "They want you to dance a jig. It amuses the Storm King to see such foolishness."
Rex is gonna look up with one eye and he's gonna say, "Half dragon."
Does Uma believe? Does Uma believe them? Like looking up at.
Do let's see, an insight roll.
Is Garaxus rolling too?
If you want to.
23.
23. She's got a smile, but like she's dead serious. And then you with that 23, you notice like most of the other crew members on deck, they're all like all in agreement.
So Uma's gonna look over at Garry and be like, "Well, time. I mean,
do it.
yeah. I mean, you're always talking about what a great dancer you are, but you have yet to show any of us. So
The crew member nearest, the crew member nearest Garry, he says to him, he's like, she ain't a lion, mate. You dance for the sea god, and it lessens the chances of the ship getting struck by lightning.
tell us, show off
Right.
the one with the arms and the neck movement that you are always talking about. You're always talking about it."
Garaxus is gonna say, "Some music, please." Somebody on the crew has to have something, spoons or something.
Yeah, one of the deckhands just like takes out some spoons and starts on his knees. Another dude flips a bucket over, and he's like,
Nice.
and Sweetboot once again calls down. She's like, "But it has to be up on the mast. The birds and the seagull and the storm god need to see it. So I need you to roll a strength roll strength check to see if you successfully climb up into the rigging."
Oh boy. Okay. So let me roll that first. That's a 19.
19. All right. So
You
yeah.
said it was a straight
have-
roll, right? Not a saving throw. Just a straight roll.
Yep. Just a straight roll. So yeah, you you just kind of like and you start climbing up the rigging, and you get up to the center mass, and you don't like it up there, and there's
He
a
does
ton
not
of
like it.
fucking birds. They're above you, they're to the side of you, all right, so you can go ahead and start doing your jig.
He's-
I need you to roll a performance
Oh,
roll.
boy. That's not gonna be his forte. He's dancing his heart out, but he is not gonna. Ooh, that's a 5. Wrong 5.
You're just like,
He's a giant half dragon. He's not gonna be
he's
a
like,
dancer.
Macarena.
Great job, Garry. You're
He's
killing it.
We couldn't
was
hear
that?
that. I don't know why you're cutting out so much tonight. Oh, well, then pick up where we can hear it.
He's swinging his tail. He's sashaying around and just looking like an idiot.
All right, so as you're doing this dance up there, I need you to do roll a acrobatics while you're doing your dance up on the mast.
It's a 3. I thought it was gonna be a nat 20 because it stayed on the
Oh
beat.
no! So as Garry is up there just dancing his best Macarena as he does the hip swirl. He loses his footing and he just goes. You just hear him go like, and he falls off the rigging for.
Can I try to catch myself on the rigging? Or am I just bound? Or am I just bound?
You're just bound. So you
Okay.
you slip. You reach out for some netting, but like you grab it for a second, but then it's you slip out of it and you hit the deck, taking five falling damage.
Whack.
Uma
Like,
steps out of
Damn.
Ow.
What?
Uma steps out of the way as he's falling. At first she's like, "Oh, no."
Yes, several crew members, a couple of the birds, like the birds flap up onto the railings, and some of the crew members just kind of step back because nobody's gonna catch this fucking dragon that's falling from the rigging. And you take 5 bludgeoning damage, and
And Elsa is pretending.
and the
that
rigging
she was
takes
gonna
6
catch too.
bludgeoning, and the rigging takes 6 damage from your nails ripping into it. And you hear Yip Yap go. I don't know if anybody heard that, other than Liz.
Nope. We got the idea. He's
Yeah.
not happy.
So some of the crew laugh, others clap, and as you get up, several of the birds flap over to you and hop over to you, and they are still piercing your soul. And you make eye contact with one of them, and its eyes like go from like that bird black eye that they have and to white, and it just starts glowing a piercing white, and it doesn't say anything to you. It's a bird, can't speak, but suddenly you realize that you have the one-time use of the cantrip Word of Radiance, and you have the one-time use of the spell Animate Rope.
Oh, cool.
What did you say Elsa was doing?
Oh, she's pretending that she was gonna catch Garry too. So
We were
did
all
that
pretending.
cool
I got
little-
you. I got you.
The cartoon split.
I was gonna say nobody get underneath me. He weighs like 400 something pounds.
Uma's at first like, and she's like, no, go back.
I should have landed on Yip Yak. Should I write that down, or do you want to send it to me in the Discord?
I'll send you what those are.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you.
And with that, the
Garafis
birds.
Yeah, he's going to cross both hands in front of him and bow to the birds, with it a very well, you probably couldn't tell because he's a half dragon, but he feels shame. If he could blush, he would.
And with that, like its eyes, they just glowed like really quick, and then you just got like a, oh, I know shit now. and with that, just like all at once, all these birds, just the ones that like remember the whole flock is still like flying around the ship, but the ones that had landed on the rigging and around the railings of the deck, they just all in one big blast shoot back up into the air, joining the flock, and the birds fly off in the direction that you've been sailing from. And you get a couple pats on the back from some of the sailors. The sailor that again who's been closest to you this whole time. Let's see, who was it? We'll say we'll say it was Holton Vong. He was the guy closest to you, because why not? Because I have the names of all the crew here, and he was like good performance. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the Storm King doesn't care how good or bad you do. It's just all for his entertainment. And then you hear the captain from the top deck goes like he had been watching like with his arms crossed, and he looks and you hear him call down. He goes prepare to Yip Yak and then a couple other officers, and then you see Yip Yak barking at some of the enlisted crew, and they run off and start tying things down, and then a couple other people start getting things ready, and again the sailor next to you goes, "Well, it's time best to prepare for the storm."
Corrections is gonna like slap him on the shoulder and say, "Thanks, friend. On my honor, I'm a better fighter and warrior than I am a dancer, despite what this one says."
You did
And
a
throw up.
beautiful job, and I don't know what this Henry is talking about, but you, of course he did great. I said he was going to do wonderfully, and he did. He just
Corrections
lost
just like
his footing.
corrections like ripping his lower back. Like
It was
I
a
know
little
the
bit too small of a stage for someone of
Yeah.
his size. That
hmm
was unfair.
yeah, the odds are always
As
stacked against us.
as the day wears on, the activity on the deck on the ship is picking up a little bit. You start seeing early signs of the weather changing. The seas become a little choppier than they were earlier in the day. You feel a change in the direction of the wind, and you feel that like barometer drop, that just low, that pressure, just that you feel before a storm is coming. You feel that. The sun no longer feels as nice on the deck as it did earlier in the morning. And although it's still a sunny day, where the beginning of the day it was like sun and no clouds, or sun and very few clouds. Now it's like sun, but there are more clouds coming in. And from the crow's nest, you hear, "Flying fish! Straight off the bow, 30 meters!" And the ship sails through a school of flying fish. And you see that as these fish are jumping out of the water, and they flash their wings, and they are like super bright, like unnaturally bright. Like this, that's not the sun reflecting off of like a shiny wing. It's like um, let's
Like
see, actually,
bioluminescence.
I think
Nice.
all of you do I'd say do all you can roll an Arcana check.
Dang.
Oh my Jesus.
12.
7.
3. Because I'm not smart.
Uma, you know, like it catches your eye and just reminds you of something you might have read somewhere, that that is not a reflection of anything. That is a magic that these fish have in their wings, and you read somewhere that it can be harvested. So if you are able to catch some of these fish, then you can harvest their wings for magical properties.
Yeah, she's gonna yell out to the crew and everyone around. She's like, "Grab some fish! Grab some fish! They got some magic on them wings. Let's do it!"
See,
All right, so
corrections
you
try to catch one so we can like just grab it. Just
Sushi.
exactly.
yep. So we're gonna do you're gonna roll to grab some fish, because
Yeah.
it's just it's flying fish. So like the ship is sailing straight ahead, and like you see in those videos on YouTube, like where they just jumping out of the water like crazy, like all around. It's like they're under the ship, but the mass of the ship is spooking them as they come up. So they come up, they spread their wings and like flash this magic. It's they probably use it to like throw off predators, but you predators know you can do something with those wings. So anybody who's going to be catching a fish, let's see. We are going to. All right,
Please
so whoever's
survive.
gonna catch a fish, we're gonna do 4 rounds. Roll a acrobatics check.
I got a 10.
I got a 10 as well.
Get a 16.
Oh,
All
yes.
right. So let's see.
See, when it involves him eating stuff, he usually does good with his rolls. Dancing just isn't his thing.
Uma and Elsa are jumping up, trying to get it, and realizing they got to get closer to the edge.
Yeah.
So
I know I was looking at my spells to see if there was anything I can do because I can use control water. So I wanted to like get him like an orb, but then that'd be even easier.
Garry, you managed to grab a couple of fish in your hands. Uh, Uma and Elsa, you try to you grab one, you catch it, and it slips out of your hand, or you just completely miss. But because you spooked those particular fish, their magical wings just flash before your eyes, and you are dazzled for 2 rounds. So you have disadvantage on the next check for grabbing fish. All right, so next round. So far you got 2 fish. Everybody can roll an acrobatics again.
Let's say so. Garry just like shoves him into his pack real quick. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, like there's like a bucket on deck, and like
Okay.
there's a couple other NPCs reaching out and grabbing you. Some of them you hear like ha, and other ones you hear go yoys.
There's buckets on this boat.
Oh, there's a lot of buckets on this boat. This is a much bigger boat than the ones that the bums of Greenus are on.
And there's no buckets. There's no fucking buckets. Not anywhere on the boat. Not a single one. I got
So
an 8.
Oof.
I got an 11.
I got a 3.
All right, so you all get blinded by the fish this time. Nobody gets any fish. You are seeing like now you're just seeing like double vision, and it's like a white hue, white haze. All right, another acrobatics check.
How do I roll on this with
I got a
disadvantage?
4. I grabbed
Thir-
Gary's butt.
13.
Here, ooh.
Oh, that was a nat 1+1 for a solid 2. Oof.
Uma, you're dazed, but you managed to snatch at least one out of the air, and you're like, "Yeesh." All right, and we got one more round before the ship um finishes passing through the school.
16.
It's a nat 1. I grabbed my own self this time.
I got
Ooh.
even though with disadvantage, I still got it was a 19 and an 18. I got an 18.
All right, so both Garry and Uma, being half blinded, managed to grab a fish in each of their hands. So,
Is Elsa's still dazzled, right?
you all are.
Or oh, okay. All right, so never mind. I was gonna try to like, kind of just kind of toss one because Elsa hasn't caught one yet, right?
Oh,
No.
she did.
Grabbed your
She
Small-
just
tail.
toss a
small
and
fish
got
at her
one.
face. Smacks her in the face.
Yeah, it's like,
There you go.
Just gonna just like toss one of them. I'm well-meaningly, but it's definitely gonna hit her in the face.
All right, so you guys caught yourselves let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7 fish total. And Uma, you know that 4 sets of wings can be transformed into a consumable magical item, granting the holder 1 use of the spell Color Spray at first level.
Who has to do I know how that happens? Like how to do that?
Yeah, I presumably the wings are cut off and ground up and made into whatever component is required for this spell.
Okay. Is anybody proficient in Arcana? Or are you just letting this happen? Sorry. Am I overthinking it?
You're overthinking it.
Okay. Hey, we can make shit out of this. It's really helpful. How many of these do we have? Hey,
7 of them.
another
I mean,
raid.
if anybody is proficient in Arcana, go sound off. Like I have Varo's thing up here, and he is not proficient in Arcana.
No. He's proficient in punching things.
There is someone on the there is bound to be someone on this ship that will be able to help you make the component that oh hey thank you make the component that is needed for this. But unfortunately, there is not time for that right now. As the bucket full of fish is covered so that nobody else gets blinded by these damn things. You guys are rubbing the white haze out of your eyes. It's it's late afternoon now. The sun is waning. And as you look out up towards the horizon, not even the horizon, just like in the direction that you're going, you see dark clouds beginning to form. You see quick flashes of lightning many miles out at sea, and very low hum of beginnings of thunder as you are heading full speed to the storm. And we will pick up next week in the storm.
I feel like I just hear the guitar riff of Ghost of the Navigator from Iron Maiden just in my head.
Well, let's hope that your rolls are good next week so you don't end up at the bottom of the sea with all the sea life like Ghost of the Navigator.
90% of my rolls were so terrible. Holy crap. Can't believe I fell out of the rigging.
I mean, that is very plausible because you are a 6'6" bulky dragon thing in armor. And how wide is like the mast and the rigging? Like to do a dance?
Not wide enough. He's almost like 7 foot tall, and like you said, he weighs a lot. That was no way that was gonna work out well.
Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you for the raid. And if you would like to enter into tonight's giveaway, all you have to do is type !ticket. And we are sponsored by BD&D, which I will throw that down into the chat, and you can check it out. For anybody who wins today, you get to choose a design from their store, and if you're a first-time winner, you get to get a t-shirt. Any of the designs.
We're wearing them. We're wearing their stuff right now.
We got their stuff. If you're a second-time winner, you get to get a mug in the design of your choice, and they have a whole bunch of those. So you just type !ticket if you'd like to enter into the giveaway today. I am about to do the roll the beautiful bean footage, and then we are going to close out the giveaway. So. There we go. Yeah, we got some
beans.
Hold on. All right, there we go. All right, folks. I see a bunch of people out there, but nobody has entered. !ticket. I mean, we have some people who have entered, but I mean, from the new people, anybody can enter to win. It's free to enter, free to win. And if you end up winning a mug, you get to join our mug club and get even more extra fun things for free. All right, I am going to close the giveaway in a few seconds because there is a delay on our stream. Where's the close giveaway thing? Hold on. You get a couple of extra seconds because I can't find the button. All right, I am going to close the giveaway. And it is going to draw a winner. So, Zix Fire! And actually...
Have they won before? No.
No, but also I'm pretty sure Zix Fire has just joined us as our first Nerdy 30 patron. Ooh. So thank you so much for your amazing And if not, either way, congratulations on winning VD&D. But I'm pretty sure Zixfire,
If you're who we think you are.
if you are who we think you are, thank you so much for becoming a patron. You are going to be getting some stickers, and I'm pretty sure you get a mug at the end of that too, actually. So
Forgot about that mug.
yeah, that mug. Well, I did a different thing where you get stickers that lead up to the mug over the course of several months. So thank you so much for joining us and for becoming a patron. All you have to do is message me either here on Twitch, or you can send me a message in our Discord, and you're just gonna let me know what design you would like and send me your address, and I will communicate that to BD&D, and then you get your prize. So, thank you for joining us.
Congratulations.
Congrats. And thank you to our 2 raiders, D&D Games, or Giga Games, and Fires of Atheline. It's been a while.
Oh yeah.
Fires. What's up, Fires?
Yeah. So, we are going to raid somebody. How about Vancouver by Night, because they've raided us so many times. Let's raid Vancouver by Night, and we will be back on Thursday here at the compound. There's some mini painting. On Saturday there is I think it's either round 2 or the finale. I think it's round 2 of Street Fighter, the tabletop game. So there's that, and then on Sunday we are hopefully, fingers crossed, going to be whole again. We're going to harass our final player until they join us. So let us raid with our folks here.
Light a fire in the driveway and dance around it, chanting until they come outside.
Yes.
Then we
Yeah.
Snatch her out.
We can make it
It'll have
happen.
to be in her driveway, not ours.
That's what I said. I said her driveway.
All right. So thank you, everybody. Have a great night, and we will see you on Sunday.
Sunday.
30 is the new 20 hashtag.
Thanks for hanging out.